explain it. When I close my eyes, I see a strange reality. Am I dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? You wake up feeling like you really don't belong. You can't explain it, but when you close your eyes you see familiarity. Are you dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? Baraka! Okay, has she had any news? Mr. Seder! Go make cute friends. Agnes and Baraka. Who else is here hiding in the rafters? I don't know how much we're going to be able to do today, because I'll tell you right now, it looks like there's a lot more light on this painting on screen than there is for my eyes. Nevertheless, I'm trying to fix the face here. There's a couple little things I might be able to do. I'm hoping. Hi. Hi, hi. Hello, hello. We have no hot water again. I thought there was a problem yesterday. Sometimes, you know, because I'm on the top floor, it takes a while for the hot or the cold to get up here. Oh, goody. Well, I guess the acrylic and the plastic must be related. They fused. So let's grab a little bit. I tell you, I feel like the 50-pound weakling anymore. There we go. So, how are you, my darlings? The Seder, I do have to say, I am so, well, okay, I'm not horribly jealous. I know you guys are playing a wicked round of D&D, and I know that I'm not up for that, but I do love that you're playing, and it's like, oh, wish I was there. So fun. But I'm grateful for the adventures that you guys took me on. Oh, I like that. I'm good. That's how it should be. We are advised that if something sucks, not to talk about it. Do not put attention on sucky things. Only pay attention to what's good. Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. It's not something that I could handle, but I am happy for you because it's fun when you can express different aspects of yourself and your personality or your likes, your fantasies. It's awesome. I'm also glad that I'm at a point in my life that I recognize what I'm capable of doing and what I'm just like, no, you don't want to do this. I watched a movie last night, and it was like during and after dinner kind of a movie, and you can imagine what might have popped up because my search term was romantic comedy. Yes, yeah. I have problems with moving on. Say, I watched this really silly little movie last night, and I did not expect emotional response. I expected, because of the actors, not to see a lot of good acting, actually. Acting was alright. It was not like Hall of Fame shit, but I can't even remember the name of it, but it was mostly created and about J-Lo. And the man that, Marry Me, that's it. That was Marry Me. That was the name of the hit song that they were pushing. Anyway, it's just a silly movie, okay? I wanted something deliberately just exactly like that. Just exactly like that. And do you know that movie was sitting there in my brain when I got up this morning? It's like, son of a bitch, glad there was nothing gross or weird in that movie. Because it doesn't matter. Whatever I put in last, especially, it's first right there on the top for me. Some things you don't want. So I've been trying to consciously program my subconscious, as we are going on and on about subconscious programming. I'm trying to put certain kinds of elements into my vortex, as it were. And I'm enjoying the process, of course, or I wouldn't be doing it. But it is a little challenging because I don't want drama. I really just, drama finds you just because you're being human. But when you're tuned correctly, you will have minimal drama. So I've been working to keep my tuning at a, like, no drama here. So I'm looking for amusing, light, funny as possible, because laughter is good. But also, I don't want focus on things like poverty. So I don't want Cinderella stories that are, the train. Oh, that way. No, that way. Yes, it's that way. It's across the river. Yeah, programming the subconscious mind is very tricky because everything, literally, everything you experience, everything touch, feel, smell, taste, see. So, everything is just, that's what the subconscious mind is for. It's just like a repository of everything human that you've experienced. But it doesn't make judgment calls, and it doesn't know what's trash and what's crap and what needs to be kicked out because it can't. It can't kick it out. Once written in your book of life, honey, it's there. So, yeah, you kind of think of your subconscious as your book of life. That is actually kind of accurate if you're making your book of life into an adventure story. What do you want to see in your future? Start writing. The more you can imagine the good stuff for the future, the better. So the less you let yourself be reminded of crappy past things, the better. So I have had a very limited life for a while now, being in these little, not having a car circumstances, not going out much, I'm not dating, I'm not doing anything. Unless Richard comes to visit, I don't even, I just don't adventure to certain places. So I've been working more on that, like, to get myself out. I found a coffee shop I am going to check out maybe this week if the weather will work with me. But with limited real life experience and without having somebody in my immediate surroundings all the time to add to my experience, I have a lot of open space right now for being affected. So I have to be really super careful about what I'm putting in here. It's all like right sitting on the surface. So I never really thought of it that way before until I started realizing, well, the more you pay attention to your feelings, the more you're paying attention to what you're allowing and disallowing into your experience. And if you want good things in your experience, you have to be aware of what you are inviting in vibrationally. So that has been my focus. I'm looking for funny stuff without the drama side effects. I shouldn't always have to bring you to tears at some point. But damn it, if I'm going to cry, I want them to be jolly tears, happy tears. My heart is so full, it runneth over tears. That's what I'm looking for. So if you have any movies in mind that make you feel like that, that's what to watch, and that's what to tell me about so I can go watch. There are some I know are like that, and unfortunately, I would have to buy them to see them. So, we're not going there yet. Okay, little face. I need little face painting here. And I need little painting glasses. Yeah, that is the problem, isn't it? Do we have anything wet underneath there? Yes, we do. Yeah, it's the mustard and ketchup combo. Get you the right kind of yellow and orange. Ink. A little more of that. I had to put a lighter color down. This is the problem with going with black canvas. It takes a little bit more layering. Okay, but what I did want, while that is drying, so I can work on top of it. Not there. Wait a second. We'll color correct you shortly. But we do need this yellow. Would that work? No. Need something a little spikier. No. Yes. And now I have to stand up to do this. Serial mom. Oh yeah? Is that is that hilarious? That name is familiar. I've heard that title, but I can't, I don't remember who stars in that. Come here, Smiley. I got a job for you. That works a little better for me. Oh, Kathleen Turner. Ricky Lake. Patty Hearst, huh? Oh my God. Suzanne Summers. Oh my goodness. That sounds like a very good cast. Is that something that you can share in a watch together situation? Because, you know, if you want company. $1994. I was very happy in 1994. Very, very happy. 94 was a very good year. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, okay. A serial killer, huh? Who is she killing? Children problematic to her children? Is that that one? I'm just your average school mom until you fuck with my kids. And then I can't be held responsible. I'm a mother. No bubbles. Thank you. Oh my God, Misty and Chip. That is so average? Oh. Oh. She's got moral standards, of course. The funny thing about serial killers. Well, you can have morals besides thou shalt not kill, I guess, you know. Killing's okay, but you can't have sex. Oh, yeah. Crazy people, right? That ferrule is getting very loose. Yeah, the glue is completely undone. However, it's a very well-made ferrule. Notice how it's crimped in 2 places, so it can't fall off. The better brushes do that, because this is, I think that's plastic, so I'm not so sure how good that is. Most of these cheap brushes are only as good as their glue, and their glue doesn't hold up to a lot. It's okay. I have had this paintbrush since the 80s. Since the early 80s. It's a Simmons brush. Robert Simmons. Oh, that's right. We carried a bunch of Simmons brushes. I forgot about that. Alright, now let me see if I can fix that face. Let me just put that little brush. Don't you be doing that. I'm so glad this isn't watercolor. Watercolor, you drop a drop of water on your paper and you just changed your painting forever. At least with this, it's not so bad. All right, let's get a little purple over here. Gives us more of our brown. Can you see that even? Hardly. So what are you guys up to today? Bereka's waiting for her car. And Monsieur Seter, what are you up to this afternoon? And Agnes, you're there with Bereka. And 2 days I've had hair keeps coming onto my face and making me crazy. Crazy, I say. I start to feel like I'm, I don't know, Southern. I feel like I'm Blanche Devereaux. That was a mistake. Fix it. Wait just a second. Where's my little... Grandma Spider-Man. Oh my God. Already. Boy, this year went fast. Dang. Dang. Let me write this down. All these birthdays coming. So that's Lee's birthday. And let's see, the next day is Dee's birthday. I got Lee and Dee. Okay. Yeah, that wonderful cloth you gave me, I move it around like a chess piece. Actually, both of them. And now I have to pull one out of my wallet for some reasons in the kitchen. Okay. So, right. I can't wait to find out what you're doing. I'm not going to ask you to say it out loud, you know, because I don't want him to accidentally come across any hints. Because you're always so good with making amazing, loving surprises. I've turned to you like a party planner. What do you have planned this year? Cool. I miss you. We haven't spoken in a while. I'm reaching around the tripod. I have the phone on this thing, so I can read what you're typing. I don't want to do that. I should just be holding this palette like I used to always do. You know, you stop doing things for a few years or 20 and you forget. Ah, okay. Hey, Charlie. Oops. Get that rosy color back there. Where is that? That's better. Okay. No, I just can't touch it until it sets. I have a bunch of pigment floating in water there. And the water's got to go away. Okay, now let's make a mess. I like making a mess. Making a mess is it's fun and it's easy. We might really use some of that pink in making a mess. We can definitely use these, but actually I'm thinking of a different palette so I don't get things screwed up. Let's move that over there for a few. This almost ended up in the wash today, but I didn't go to do the wash today. I still have to do the wash today. Or I'm going to be wearing clothes I wasn't planning on wearing. Hey, don't go anywhere. That bright electric green. I love that green. In the right circumstances. All right, so what am I doing with this mess? I want to throw some suggestion of greenery by tossing some green around. But I don't want it to just be green, so I'm also throwing some, well, they're calling it bright aqua green. That's as good a name as any. aqua green, seafoam green. If you call it seafoam, you have to pay royalties to some guitar company. I do look what I do Star Trek Picard. Ah, you're trying season 3? After all? Alright, now we're going to make a mess. You know we're gonna make a mess. So let's start with the dark stuff first, because the dark stuff, well, you know, you can put lighter stuff over it. Now, is it thin enough? No, it is not thin enough yet. Thinning. Oh yeah, that looks thin enough now. I hope. Even when it cooperates, it tends to be messy. Where did that come from? Purple lint. I must have tossed it right off my shirt. That's probably copyrighted. Okay, so we'll dance to a different beat. Ow. Don't get it all over your shirt, Theory. Okay. Oopsie. It wasn't a round blotch. Doesn't make too much of a difference. Now, I think that's enough of that green. We'll go with the light green, the electric light green. This time we don't have to wait for it to dry because I want it to kind of get, you know, on top of itself and get mushy. Do a little blending, little running around. Okay. Woohoo! All right, now we're talking. Be careful. I'm starting to wear it. Oh, stand back. It's looking more fun already, isn't it? Just, it's not so boring. Got some action here. Or, you know, explosive mess here. Okay. Yeah. Now that I've got it all over me, my Fitbit, and well, will I learn? Well, it's a cheap top. Whoops, we didn't want to take that with us. You better leave that there. Okay, and now for our great finale, wrong one. We have the merge from the greens to the blues by using something that contains both green and blue. Oh yeah. Let's move my glasses a little further out. Okay, this is why people have devoted studios. So unless the make stays in one room. Oh, it's pretty. Okay, time to wash all this stuff up. I'll be right back. We have hot water again. Right on, guys. Yay for hot water. Oh, these really need to be replaced. Hold on. Let's go for the red bag. Hooray. Enter 1 pajama bottom of an asshole. We'll throw this in the rag bag and make sure it is very clean. Even though I know it's been washed. Based on principle. Okay. Yay. So that looks pretty happy for a starter. Okay, this is the background for our Pride Month for next year's calendar. And it will have a rainbow of color, but without actually putting the rainbow there, because we're going to put the rainbow in Toblerina's blue hair. And we're making an outfit to go. So Toblerina will be a drag queen with this background. And we have our costume ready for basically what's going to be Women Power Month, which is the whole frickin' year, just so you know. Okay, so let's get this out of the way because it's time. What the hell is that? Oh, piece of dried paint from somewhere. All right, that looks okay. Yeah, I think the aqua kind of breaks the monotony of these blues. I mean, I love these blues, but you have to have some kind of contrast, I think. Yep, okay. So far, so good. Now, let's put it on a paint-proof surface to dry. And now, the one I've been afraid of. I'm not sure today is the day. Maybe I'll try a smaller one first. Got an idea. I just happen to have these. Now, I don't like to work this small anymore. This was more like during my miniature years, when I could only afford enough materials to work tiny. Now, it's not that I'm much better off financially, it's just I know how to use my materials better than I did back then. And I know what I like to work with now. If you want to create, you need to have what you really want to create with on hand. Now, I decided to go one size bigger, and I'm going to go with 12 by 16s instead of 11 by 14. So that's what I'll be purchasing next. But we are out of the usable size, the Toblerina usable size for backgrounds. I have to have a minimum of the what did it say, 11 by 14. That's the minimum. But just a little bigger would make things a lot more comfortable for me. So. Oh, my sister just had a print of one of her paintings done for me, and she shipped it to me. And now I have to buy a frame because it's like 22 by 28. It's gonna be amazing. I am very much looking forward to having it. Do we want to go with ultramarine? No, I want to go with phthalocyanine. Yes. Oh, yes. Now, because these are super, super cheap canvases, and when I say cheap, I mean cheap. I don't even believe that this is, even though it feels like crap, so you would think this is. Hi, welcome back. Oh, good Lord. Good grief. What a pain. I was saying, this is so cheap. I know that if that is gesso, it's the thinnest, cheapest coat possible. And I know this because it's leaked moisture to the paper that it's glued to. So when that happens, you know, the whole idea of gesso is so that it doesn't, your paints do not permeate the canvas. Because, like, especially like oil paints, I mean, you can rot the canvas from your own materials. Come here, you. Damn. Yeah, and it's still there. Fingerprint. That looks pretty cool. Just fingerprint my way around. No, let's stop that. Okay, where do I want this? Oh, I know. That's Now, I need to get rid of all the blue because we're going to be using a white paint next. And I don't want it to come from, the blue I don't want to come from the inside of, where I don't want it to come from. Okay. Now we don't need a brush that big. See, the Seder, we just got a new boiler. This building has 2 huge boilers and one of them died. So we got a new one. But much like putting a baby, a giant's heart inside a baby, all of the older parts can't hold up to the new awesomeness of the new unit. And so they're starting to crap out around it. It's like, It's going to go on until you replace every single damn thing. And so down south, we didn't even bother doing pieces. You just did the whole thing because you knew it was going to come next if it was an old unit. Pain in the arse. All right. So let's see if I can do this. I have to get to a certain place. It's a vibe thing because I'm painting, for lack of a better word, I'm trying to paint images of energy as I'm able to perceive it on different levels, which would sound easy, but it's not as easy as it is sometimes. Sometimes it is easy, but sometimes it's a little harder, I guess. Like, you want to channel information, but you have to be able to rise to it. It doesn't come down to you. I've got to make sure I have the right brush. This is one of my favorites, but it's too stiff. These are for texture, spreading stuff around. Oh, that's like a glue brush. Where'd that come from? Squirrel, huh? Hard to believe that's squirrel. It's a crappy little glue brush. Let's see. Let me check over here. We have, oh, that'll work, I believe. That's better. That's definitely better. Oh, good girl. You didn't let yourself down. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Fan brushes, anyone? I have a lot of brushes. They're just not all good brushes anymore. But this is more what I need. I need something soft. Too soft could be too much of a problem. This might be. They're both pretty good. All right, since this is just a test run, I'm using the cheap white acrylic paint from the dollar store. When I say cheap, I mean, look at that. It's not smooth at all. It's like parts of it tried to dry. It's like jelly. I could just take the top off and squeeze it out like that. This, I use this like it's gesso. Like, go ahead, use all you want. It's cheap. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, it's disgusting. I mean, the texture for a paint, it's just it's kind of ludicrous. But this is something, you know, I'm starting to wonder if it's something that was in the original formula. Like, this was made in China. Is this how it acts in China? I don't know. You know, Chinese have great artistry. It seems like, because other stuff I've gotten, like this, stuff that comes over from China, what is it? Something, a process that turns shit into jelly? Another dollar store creation, craft glue clear. It's supposed to be like this. This is definitely not this. This is jelly. It's like snot. It's the most bizarre glue I've ever used. And their paints are, they've got this similar texture issue thing going on. It's like, where did they come up with this? But anyway, instead of being mystified, I'm just trying to work with it. It's strange stuff. Ooh, wait. We got the purple over here. Don't want to get the white into the purple. Just purple into white. Go the wrong way, you meant to pick the mess. That looks weird on there. That meaning I'm looking at the screen with these glasses, which are not meant for seeing more than 6 inches away. Everything looks weird. I guess the heat's back on too. Nope. Oh, looks like I better plug the phone in. Don't go anywhere. I'm talking to the painting. You guys could go anywhere you want. Let's see. Plug cord. Power. Okay. Sit down for a minute. I think I need more tea. Put I just realized that I've been keeping this brush together for so many years. It actually broke, like, I don't know, probably 20 years ago at least. And I've just been keeping it together with a piece of tape because I really like this brush. And I haven't been able to find one just like it. Actually worn to where I like it. It's probably a good brand. If I've had it that long, it was a good brand. Years and years ago. Alright, crumb bones. We've been messing around for over an hour and I haven't finished a painting. But I did start one. And I did almost finish one, but I'm having a little trouble with the lighting again as it gets to this kind of darkness in here. All right, I think we're going to let this dry. Then I'm going to come back in and do more. But right now, I think what we're going to do is wipe this up. So I don't end up putting it on everything I own. As you know, I do. Okay, this is just a first layer. And I have so much paperwork I have to do, but it's just daunting. I have all this annual stuff. I've got to like be recertified for this apartment, and it requires a lot of financial information to be gathered, which is nothing. I don't resent it or anything. It's just I've got to pull it all up, download it, print it, that kind of thing. Just tedious, and you have to be very careful not to overlook anything because you're dealing with the government. Oh, you're not. I am. So, yeah. Okay. We have a nice puddle of white. We've got some nice phthalocyanine blue. What am I going to do? Idea. I'll get out another little canvas. Why, look at that. Just happened to have one right here. So, little canvas. Okay, let's use up some paint, because if I don't, it's just going to dry in this little dish. Oh, this is one I've already notched. Making texture, not for making smooth. Oh, God. Well, this is our little workhorse today, so let's just do it. Ooh-wee. Isn't that nice? I get a nice cold white out of that. Then again, you know I'm not going to just leave it. We do need white here, though. Oops. It would help if I didn't put my hand down on wet canvas. But, you know. Like that. Okay. Into the water. Making a mess with acrylics. It's one of my favorite things to do. Looks like there is so much paint right over here. I could probably just pick it up and make a stroke. Just about. Look at that. Okay, Charlie. I'm just playing with paint. Missed a drop of water on the ferrule we don't need. I think we need to get rid of some of this excess titanium dioxide in my water. Well. I now have as much paint on me as I have on the canvas. I did not know that was possible today, but... Oh yeah? Well, that's nice, Charlie. I think. Was it a nice DM? I don't think this is going to last another night. What can I paint purple? Surely I've got something I can cover in paint. I have to have stuff just sitting around just so I can throw paint on it. What do I have over here? Got this little. Oh yeah. Little useless. Brought it home and went, why did you buy something so small? What are you going to use this for? But I did it anyway because it was $1. And I thought $1 for a couple of little canvases was pretty good. Because even if they were complete crap, I could do something with it. Dodging usually means deliberately avoiding and like 12 minutes later he says, I meant I am not dodging you, and yes, that's cute. I didn't realize you were doing it exactly as he did it, but okay. I don't know why you were so excited though, because he's not gay. He's clearly not gay. Also, he's in another country altogether. I mean, I'm not saying that you should only be friends with gay people. Obviously, I'm not saying that. I hope I'm obvious. I'm just wondering about when it comes down to a young man, etc., etc. It's like a lot of time invested in a dead end. But if you were able to talk for a couple of hours straight, I'd say that says something you must have in common. Now this is a brand new canvas, how to get gold paint on it. I don't even have gold paint anywhere on my table. Well, I guess that's why I ended up with paying $1 for it. I just like attention. Well, I guess we knew that about you. Try being more particular. All attention is not good attention. When I was a teenager, though, and I was first doing art, as it were, when I showed it to my peers, I was just looking for approval, definitely. And it was there. People liked what I did. I even sold a few for 50 cents. It was fun. But then as I got more and more into things like music, I started noticing who, it wasn't just that I was getting feedback, it was where the feedback is coming from. It's like there's a big difference between your mother loving everything you do and impressing someone who is used to hearing lots of different musicians or looking at a lot of art. If somebody who is an artist themselves and someone's been exposed to a lot of art likes what I do, that liking of my work is much more valuable to me than someone who doesn't know their ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to art, who may or may not appreciate what I've done. And if look, I've got friends that really don't know a shit thing about art, and I really can't say that it's ever been high on their priority list. It's not one of those things that we have in common. And they just know, you know, they're one of those people that, oh, I know what I like. Actually, I've got a few friends like that. They really don't know much about it. Then there's some that surprise me, and it's like, hey, you know a lot more about art than I was expecting, judging by how you decorated. But yeah, that's pretty good. So it's someone who knows art, likes my art, I am flattered. If it's someone who doesn't know anything about art, like a parent or a relative just wanting to be nice, then I just politely say thank you, but I just don't put a lot of weight behind what they have to say. I mean, I'm always glad if someone likes it. It just, you know, there's people look at different things. Like, it's always perspective too. Like when I was in North Carolina, one of Glenn's paintings, which we wanted about $600 for, because of what it was that took it to make it, and he got offered $25. That was the mentality of that. They said, well, oh, my kid can probably paint one of them, but you know, I like yours. I'll give you $25 for it. It's like, no, thank you. And you're always going to have people that have no clue as to the value of anything when it comes to art, because it's a different world. All right. I do love this color. It's a challenge to work with, though, when you want to start putting some stuff here. But I will be making messes with this in the days to come. Oh, that's not liquid enough. But that could be really cool right now. Let's me see what we've got. We've got a nice cold. Let's use something hot. I better start making a list of everything I need. Now this is actually a brush for oil paint, not acrylic. You can use it for acrylic, obviously. But long-handled brushes are for paintings that you're doing from a distance. You stand back and the brush goes like this. It's to give you the ability to step back from your work and see it more properly. Watercolors, we tend to be closer, so there's shorter handles. It's all about the way we work. Yeah. I am making a terrible mess. I think I got that on my face. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Not thin enough. I am gonna go wash this And I'm glad we have hot water so I can take a shower tonight and scrub all this paint off my body because I am wearing a significant amount of it now. Yes, I would be one of those people, not Jackson Pollock, but I would love to fling some paint in my patterns on a wall, on a canvas hung on a wall. A situation where I can get more on the paper or the canvas than on my body, like I have just achieved. If I wanted to apply for someone suffering from red polka dot disease, I qualify. Every time I do that, I feel a shower of paint drops land on me. So I don't know how well you can see them, but I'm as well decorated as the candle. All right, we've had our fun. No, not enough. Okay, a little more. I'm dangerous today. You'd think I'd had a drink or something. It's like, what's going on? Oh, I got 8 hours sleep. I'm delirious with rest. Now I feel like Benihana. Yeah. I've been chessing so hard. Wow. I have been dressing in paint so hard. Yeah. Okay. I think we know what's happening now. We're going to the sink where we are going to remove some of this paint before I end up wearing this as well. And I will, because I just got it on my hands. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm glad we have hot water again. I'll be back in just a minute. Lucky this is real cadmium. I'd be poisoning myself right now. Okay, girl. Let's face it, I will be removing paint from my body for the rest of the evening. No, you cannot watch. Aloha! All right. And that sounds awesome. Did you, or did you arrange to do that? All right, we have to. So, I'm so glad that these are not the real heavy heavy metal paints that they're emulating. I would be toxifying my liver and kidneys at the moment with all of this psilocyanine and cadmium. Luckily, it's not real. They're just dyes, which I will still need to remove. Look at that. I ended up with paint all the way up here by my elbow, in my elbow. It's going to be a hot time, and they'll shower tonight. This morning I got a call with my friend calling it on the other island. She wanted to know if I want me a client to an apartment I'm leaving behind now. If you want to meet that client, what? Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you now. Okay. So basically a snowbird is leaving the island and they need to empty their refrigerator and freezer and all that stuff. Is that it? Because you can't bring fresh food off the island. Well, Maui, have you been rehearsing all the good things happening to me? Things always working out for me line? So that the universe can orchestrate wonderful things coming into your life? It's 4:44. Earth angels unite. Agnes, Baraka, what's going on your side there? It's 4:44. And what color paint do I have on that? Oh look, I've got white. I've got red. Got some aqua. Oh yeah, I've got a rainbow on my glasses. Do not use me as an example of neatness and working with art. The outdoor lights just came on. There's one that shines from the woods right into this window. Well, the mind, all it does automatically is give negative thoughts. That's what the mind does. Automatic negative. That's why you have to use positive feeling thoughts to counter it. When you catch yourself remembering something that sucked, you go, wait, I've already been through that. Now, what I want for tomorrow is to meet someone nice. Or what I want for next week, I want to attract more people into my life that like me and I can like them. I mean, you got to come up with something that feels better than the crap you keep letting into your brain. I mean, it's already in your brain. You can't remove it from the brain. We all have it, Maui. It's everybody's problem. It's not just yours. You have a lot of crappy memories. I have a lot of crappy memories, but every time we talk about them, we are making them stronger. So it doesn't matter what your brain is telling you. If you know it's not good because of how you feel when you're thinking it, you know it's the wrong thought. And the more you sit there and think about it, the more you're putting yourself behind and saying, I'm not going to allow good into my life. Because when you go to those negative thoughts, your vibration goes right with it. You can't help it. Thoughts are vibrations. So you have to battle that, and that's everybody's job. It comes up in the head, you got to say, nope, I know you. I know your game, I know your trick. Not going for it, not allowing it. We're going to think about this. We're going to create that. But it's not lately your brain comes up with negative thoughts. That's what your brain and everybody's brain does. The brain is all about survival. Doesn't give a rat's ass what you want for your future unless you put it there. You are just going to be like everyone else. You just are on autopilot until you pay attention to how you feel. And if you are doing anything that makes you feel bad, you're doing the wrong thing. It's how you are acting in response to your thoughts. So when something crappy comes to your mind, you sit there and dwell on it, and you recognize that you're dwelling on something crappy, that's your fault. That's only going to bring you more shit. It's the vibration, baby. It's the vibration. Good vibrations bring good stuff. Crappy vibrations bring crappy stuff to match the vibration. It's the law. It's not an option. Your vibrations, your thoughts are yours, and they are your responsibility. So, of course, it's going to be a constant correcting, of course. Just like I can wake up and I can go right back to the last crappy thing that happened with my ex-husband. But that was in 2016. I haven't spoken with him since 2016. So why should I let him into my head anymore? Because he's already there. Because I was married to him for 22 years. So I can't dig him out with a melon baller. He's there. But I don't have to think about him. When he does pop up, it gets more and more vague, because the minute I realize, oh, I'm thinking about that asshole again, tomorrow I want him to make a cake. Tomorrow I am going to go into town and have a cup of coffee in town. Later on when I'm up, I am doing this. As soon as you start to change your point of attention, your mood starts to change. And then you got a grip, and then you can just get busy. So just because your brain is doing what brain is supposed to do, don't bitch about it and don't dwell on it. Just keep going. Don't bring it up. It doesn't exist. Every time you say it does, but this is reality. Well, you're making it more firmly reality. Is that really what you want if you don't like that reality? No. It's like choosing a color you like versus a color you don't like. If you don't like pea green, then you know you're not going to go out and buy anything to wear in that color because you don't like that color. That color doesn't remind you of anything really good. You just don't like being surrounded with that color. So it's the same thing with your thoughts. What color are the thoughts? If they're angry, if they're hurt, if they're enraged, if they're betrayed, I mean, all that shit's in the past. Currently, no one's hurting you. And you have to remember to bring yourself back to be here now. Right in the now, no one's hurting you. No one's after you. No one's haranguing you for money. No one wants anything from you. Instead, things are turning around where people are offering out of the blue to do things for you. So, here you go. Accept it with good grace and say thank you to the universe. Sit there for a while being appreciative of the gift. Wow, someone thought of me. They thought of me in a generous way. They're going out of their way to bring me something good for me. I deserve it. I'm a good person, and the universe is finding a way to prove it and give back to me. So sit there and enjoy that someone thought of you. Someone thought of you and then did something nice for you. Shouldn't that be a better focal point? When you think of that, don't you feel better? Do you feel some of your resistance go away when you are thinking about how wonderful it is that someone did this and thought of you in a kind way? I mean, wow. Out of the blue. So maybe your mind is doing what it's supposed to do and just give you negative thoughts to keep you alive. But where's the real emergency? It's old emergency shit in your head. It's old stuff to get you out of bed and make you move and do something. That's all. Well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? No one owns your brain but you. Going into the bad is all about you. It's all your bad. What you perceive as bad doesn't even make it real bad because it's been so many years. It's been a long time since the last bad thing happened, really. And you're out of that situation now. So you can't complain about it anymore because it's already passed. You're just remembering. And if you're just remembering the bad, again, if you stay there until you feel bad, that's your fault. Is it a different Jenny? Or is it the crazy Jenny? Because if it's the crazy Jenny and you're allowing her to come back into your world, that's your fucking fault. If it's another lady named Jenny, yay. So which is it? Because, Maui, I gotta tell you, as long as you're focused on the bad, I mean, if we were in the same building, I wouldn't want you anywhere near me. I would not want your fucking vibration of being focused on the bad anywhere near me. I wouldn't want you around me. All right, so you've got another Jenny in your life who's a different Jenny, and that's awesome. So you somehow managed to attract something good. How did you do that if you're just focused on the bad? And you can't possibly be just focused on the bad. You went to an art show on Sunday. How much bad stuff happened on Sunday at the art show? Well, how are you focused on the bad if you're reading the Bible every morning? What part of the Bible are you reading? If you're focusing on the bad. This doesn't make sense. I mean, if you're feeling bad after reading the Bible, then you're not reading a good part of the Bible. So you need to find some other stuff in the Bible to read if you want to stick with the Bible. Otherwise, find something else to read that lifts your spirit. There's lots of it out there. Good, good. Read the joyful stuff. If you're focused on anything but the good stuff, you're focused on the wrong stuff. The Bible says to rejoice at least 800 times. Way more than it's damning and cursing people, which it's got plenty of and it's bad. But it's got plenty of reasons and it keeps telling you, rejoice in the Lord, be glad in the Lord. You are surrounded like a hedgerow by angels, or angels surround you like a hedgerow. You can't go anywhere where you are not surrounded by angels, but you keep going back to the memories and then focusing on it and then bringing it out. Doesn't do anybody good. I wouldn't want you around me if you were in that headset. If you were in the feeling good and I want to be part of the light, if your self-talk is including things like, I want to help. I want to be part of the healing of the world. I want to help people. I want to bring smiles to people. What do you want to bring to the world? You can also get out of focusing on your old bad shit by focusing on something good that you can give the world rather than waiting, around for someone to tell you how awesome you are. Over 800 times. The thing is, It's your responsibility to babysit your brain. The brain is like a child that's going to run amok, but remember what the brain is for. It's all about keeping you alive. So when it gets you revved up, it's getting your blood going. It's so that you can run and escape the danger in your head. So if you're getting this danger signal, all these bad things, it's creating chemistry that you need to work off physically. The only cure for that is to turn your thoughts to something better feeling and get rid of some of that extra stress stuff in your bloodstream by doing some exercise. Go for a walk. Go out in nature. And if it's raining or bad weather for whatever it is, then do something else physical. But you got to do something physical to help get all that chemistry balanced again. It sounds like you're trying to do some good stuff for yourself, but if you're still focused on the bad, that's not doing anything good for you at all. There's zero reason to go back into the past. Literally, there's zero reason. There's nothing you have left to learn from it. It's not like something bad that happened in the army is going to happen now in your real life. And even if it did, it's a different time. You're a different person. Your response will be different. So again, the mantra is be here now. You are never happy if you are focusing only on the past, because we can't have the past. Even if it was great, we can't have the past again. We have to be here now. This is our only place where we can feel power and do anything for our future. It's the only place that we have the ability to heal ourselves in. And that's mentally, emotionally, physically. We have all that power, but we are giving it away to nothingness if we are focused on the crappy past. You're taller now? Are you holding yourself better? You're a different person, Doc. You have learned from your past what you don't like and what you do like, and let those things be your guides. If you think about what you don't like, you don't feel good, and you're shutting off all the good stuff from coming in. Every time you let yourself sit there feeling bad, and this is everybody, not just you. It's not like your specialness. This is everybody. It's the law. Well, fine. Does it serve you? Do you need to be taller for something? You have a strange place of putting your energy. You're fully grown. Is taller something for you that you need to be? You're not going to be happy unless you meet this condition then. And you're never going to meet that condition. So that is one way to keep yourself perpetually unhappy and unfulfilled. Yeah, me too. If you're focusing on that, seriously, you're wasting your energy. And I have to ask you, why are you doing that? What does it matter? It doesn't have any influence on your life right now. The only time you have to worry about how tall you are is when you want to get on a ride in an amusement park. And you're tall enough to get on all the rides. Everybody looks in the mirror and wishes they could have been a little different. Hey, Fern! Hello! Super shout out, man! Oh, I'm so glad to see you. He's got an awesome channel. He goes all over the place with his camera, interviews all kinds of people on the street. And sometimes it is really cool. And he has more stamina than me. Fern goes out late at night. He goes out no matter what the weather is. I'm great. I've been painting. Let me show you what I did. Well, this is just a canvas I didn't want to waste paint on. I mean, I didn't want to waste paint, so I used this canvas. This is a background I just started. This is for next year's calendar. So this is going to be for Gay Pride Month. And it's going to have all the other like rainbow colors splattered in it, but it's going to be like a sky, and then we're going to have our little Toblerina down here. This is Angel Emerging from the Dark. Let's see if I can... Well... Oh, it's drizzling here up in Connecticut. So this one is done. I've even signed it in the corner there. And this one is almost done. Another angel coming out of the dark. This one's gathering the energy here. And I'll be doing another angel on this background, which is a little harder to see. So I have been having fun. And I love the way that's coming out. But we'll do more. So that's what I've been up to. My Toblerina, I'm making her into a drag queen. That's my big toe, Toblerina. Oh yeah, you don't know about her. Hold on a second. Check this out when you have time. I'm writing the link here. Da, da, da. Oh, it doesn't look like a live link, does it? I guess you have to put the HTTP www in front of it. But anyway, Zazzle.com/store/Toblerina. I put a calendar out. It's all 12 paintings, collages, and then Toblerina. Yes, it is. Well, it's my storefront, but Zazzle is a big company. I just put my art there in a format so people can purchase it. Like right now we're in February, so for February I make all the costumes and I make all the backgrounds. So, yeah. Guys, if you want to see New York City, if you want to travel around, because Fern goes to other places, check out Super Friends in New York City. It's a fun channel. And when I first started following Fern, he had his, I think, an iPad set up in his window in New York City. So you could look down and you could see the Hudson River. You could see across the river. We used to watch sunsets, and it was so nice. He put some jazz on in the background. And then he got to moving around more. Hey, I made my toe a tutu. This is called Twinkle Toes. So there's 12 of them. This is the smallest calendar. I couldn't afford to buy my own stuff. I had to just get a small one so I would have my own work. Of course, I have all of the original stuff. This is a fun project. I'm glad you came in. I was just getting ready to say goodnight to everybody because I still have to do my laundry. We didn't have hot water in the building all day, but we have it now, so it's a good time. I haven't seen you in so long. Well, I was actually there watching you, but you were really like out there and it was busy, and I said hello to everybody and I couldn't stay for very long, but yeah, I love your streams. Because Fern is a super nice guy. Also, Fern went and lived my dream of going to Katz's Deli and getting a hot pastrami sandwich on rye, like in the old days. I miss hot pastrami so bad. I am so about going into the city and having that sandwich. So come spring, I am coming into the city and damn it, I am having that sandwich. And I will let you know when I'm coming in because I have to go in by train from Connecticut. So I sat there and watched you and Manny eating that sandwich, and I was like, oh, God, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. And so that's my toe. So I went to Mohegan Sun Casino, which is in Connecticut in Uncasville. And it's a small casino. It's very nice. I like it. Oh, yeah? Oh, God. I have to know when you go because I'm going to be there in my head watching you, and I'm going to eat right along with you. I love Katz's. I haven't been to Katz's in over 40 years. They've been around since I was, well, since I was little. So I have to go back. I have to go back. But I went to Mohegan Sun and I was like, I have to have a pastrami sandwich now. And I found a place that's supposed to be inspired by a soup guy in New York. And I ordered the hot pastrami on rye, and it was so pathetic. It was expensive, and it had like a third the amount of pastrami it should have. You had the genuine New York style, what I grew up with as a kid in a deli. You got the real thing. So I will be joining you for that stream, absolutely. I just have to know when it is so I can put this on my calendar and I'll be there. But when I come into the city to get that sandwich, I will meet you. I'll find you wherever you are. Like, all right, we'll have a YouTuber meeting. Also, I love when you go to Chinatown because, you know, you can say hello and thank you properly. And I love it when you try some new fruits and vegetable and you point everything out. I love that. All right. I'm looking forward to it. So you really did a lot covering those parades when it was freezing. The Chinese Lunar New Year. That was cold, man. That was cold. You are acclimated. And I also loved when you went to visit your family. Well, I love your channel. Ah, isn't that a drag? The only Latino vendor. Is he trying to pretend he's Chinese? Um, I look forward to seeing you. That will be so fun, just to meet somebody that you knew on YouTube, and then you can actually go in, and that'd be fun. Yeah. Well, I'll I'll try and figure out how to do live stream. I'll do it definitely. We'll have to do some shorts when I see you. We'll have both of us on there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. See, Fern is one of these people, Maui, by the way. Fern is one of those people that's got great attitude, great vibrations. So if you're down, go follow Fern. Fern's got a great smile and a happy go lucky, good people person. Good people person. Well, I should go. I should go. I've been on a couple hours, and I can't paint anymore tonight, so I don't have enough good light. As you can see, the sun's going down. Fern, I'm so glad you came in here. Thank you. And all my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to go. Charlie, have a lovely evening. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Get some rest. I give you the peace sign. I like peace. And also, I give you my heart. Aloha and sweet dreams. I see you all tomorrow.